I just hate humanity for a lot of good reasons, and I'm not opposed to using violence in opposition to violence. But you will kill innocent animals who have done absolutely no harm to you or anyone else, and that's because meat eaters are fucking pussies. Real men eat plants, and little pussy-ass bitches like you just like to play with their Barbie dolls while stuffing meat in their mouths. Like it or not, I'm a violent vegan, and I'm all for slaughtering ignorant, apathetic, delusional idiots just like the animals they eat.
So if meat eaters are all pussies and they all deserve to die, does this also include chimpanzees? Because chimpanzees not only eat a shitload of meat, but they also murder a lot of small monkeys in the process. Does this piss off vegans?
Eating a monkey.
Chimpanzees are smart, agile, and crafty. And when they're hungry, they can be lethal, as you're about to see. Watching the chimps chase the colobus is like watching the action-adventure version of a great chess match with stakes of life and death. Then, a wrong move. A colobus leaps into the arms of death. And the victors whoop it up good. The young hunter displays his kill, only to have the dominant chimp confiscate his prize. I guess these chimps are like the National Football League. No showboating here, especially when the tribe is hungry.
A community of chimpanzees alone can eat several hundred pounds of meat per year.
A chimpanzee community may consume several hundred pounds of meat in a single year. And sometimes their tastes run towards cannibalism. Chimps eat a varied diet, but when they hunt, they can become ferocious carnivores, strategically stalking and slaughtering prey with fierce brute force. Biologists have observed that chimps go on hunting crazes, binges that stretch days or weeks, when a bloodlust sends them out in search of fresh kills. One source of food chimps particularly enjoy is monkey meat. In some colonies, monkey meat makes up a full 80% of all prey consumed.
Typically as the stalker or the ambusher. The ambusher waits in the trees that he's in until the frightened monkeys run past him, and he grabs one if he can and tears it apart, and the others in the hunting party come and join him in the feast.
Does this piss off vegans?
Moving quickly, an alpha chimp goes in for the ambush while the others wait in the wings. Within a matter of seconds, the chimps descend on the monkey.
They are much, much more aggressive than a couple other members of the gray ape family.
A kill is typically violent, hitting, squeezing, ripping with full use of opposable thumbs.
Way to die. I cannot even imagine. How do you explain this shit?
So one eating a monkey. He doesn't get coded because of the egg in the tree. No.
A community of chimpanzees alone can eat several hundred pounds of meat per year. Does this piss off vegans?
So one eating a monkey. He doesn't get coded because of the other one. So that's why he wants to push them away so that he can be alone and try to beg. Who is eating?
Videos in response to Vegan Gains YouTube channel, and just to vegans in general who may have a really extreme view or quite frankly are very angry when it comes to people who eat meat. And I can understand where some of these vegan types are coming from. They promote beliefs that have a lot to do with animal rights, And I totally respect that, actually, and I have no issue with that. I totally support any type of belief about having more rights for animals in terms of more humane treatment. I'm not making any excuses as far as people's rationalizations for why they eat meat or animal products. At the end of the day, people are not always going to agree about their reasons for the way they approach their diet and their nutrition. Philosophically, emotionally, people's reasons for why they may or may not eat animals is different, and I respect those people who choose not to. And think about it, the truth is, a lot of life on this earth is sustained because other organisms die to provide sustenance. Now, I'm not advocating saying that this is necessarily the right thing, but it is what it is. In a perfect world, there would be no suffering. There wouldn't be any type of animals killing other animals to eat for sustenance. Now, can organisms on this planet live without eating meat? Can life be sustained solely on a plant-based diet? I don't claim to have all the answers, and I'm not going to take a side per se in this video in regards to that issue. But what I do want to address is with the problem of suffering. Yes, animals do suffer a great deal. I think it is a tragedy, the abuse that happens at the hands of humans. With that said, are humans the only ones that cause suffering in the animal kingdom? Are we the only species here that murders, kills, whatever words you want to use, another animal and causes it to experience fear, panic, suffering, or experience a tragic and horrific death? At the end of the day, the answer is no, we are not. So with the vegan belief that people, human beings, can live solely on a plant-based diet and get all the nutrition they need and never have to eat meat or any types of animal products. And because of that belief, it makes anyone who eats meat basically a terrible human being who deserves to die and is, in the words of Vegan Gains, a pussy, in those words. My question is this, is this just an ethical thing that human beings are looked at as this is exclusive to us? In all objectivity, if you look to nature and you look at chimpanzees, it can be argued that chimpanzees also have a choice. They could be sustained and live solely on a plant-based diet. But apparently, chimpanzees, which are our closest relative, make a decision to eat meat. They crave meat for whatever the reasons are. We can't get inside the mind of a chimpanzee. But the fact is, 80% of the prey that they kill for meat comes from smaller monkeys, as you'll see in some of these videos. And so because other animals are causing suffering to other animals within the animal kingdom, are vegans going to hold them accountable? Regardless of what side of the issue you are on, whether you're a vegan who believes that anyone who eats meat deserves to die and is a horrible person, or you're someone who doesn't eat meat, you're a vegan and you feel that you're in the right. Regardless of what side of the issue you're on, you think human beings create suffering of other animals, and they do. There's a lot of abuse out there, and I do not deny that. However, it is safe to say that with the majority of humans, people that are just trying to live their lives, we're trying to survive, when we do eat meat, that meat has already been prepared. The separation between that food and the animal is distant. The animal has already expired, hopefully in a humane way. And I'm not using that as a justification for making it okay to eat meat for those who are on the side of the argument that you shouldn't. What I am saying is that at least we do have a bit more ethics in how we go about approaching animals for food. As you can see with the chimpanzees, they don't even wait till that poor little monkey is dead. Are you kidding me? It's eating it while it's alive. You can see the poor thing tragically just dying while being devoured by what must appear to it, this big monster of a chimp just chomping into it. To me, that is creating a tremendous amount of horror and suffering to those other smaller monkeys. And this is being caused by a chimp, not by a human being. So suffering is a problem that's everywhere, and nobody has the answer completely. If we could wave a magic wand and have a world where all life could just be sustained without the suffering of any animal, without the destruction of another living thing, that would be a great world. However, I don't think it's fair for vegans to blame the average human being, the average person out there who is trying to basically make a life. They're trying to exist. Perhaps they don't have as much information as you do about the food industry or how animals are treated. They're people who are trying to move through their lives, and this is what they know. By making comments such as all meat eaters are pussies and that they deserve to die, you're not helping your cause for a vegan lifestyle or for even animal rights for that matter. What you are doing is alienating people who otherwise may have listened to you. There's a lot of information out there that is based on different perspectives, whether they be your personal experiences. Some of your beliefs are maybe based on studies and so on. However, if you come at people with just statements that are all about trying to dehumanize them, belittle them, and many of these people may not have all the facts or the information that you have. So when you come out with them and you make blanket statements about everybody, all meat eaters are pussies, all meat eaters deserve to die, those sweeping generalizations don't help your cause. If you truly want to promote a vegan lifestyle, then it would behoove you to have more positive messages, try to encourage people. If someone comes across your video who might be on the fence on which direction to go, maybe someone is contemplating changing their nutrition and their eating habits, well, it would behoove you to have a message that doesn't attack them right off the bat, telling them that they're a pussy and that they deserve to die. That right there is going to alienate people and also lead people to suspect whether or not your true agenda is truly to educate, inform people, or just to bring attention to yourself. Well, I hope you like this video. My intention is not to piss off a bunch of people and start a bunch of fights. I just honestly want to get people to think a bit perhaps different when looking at people who are vegans versus people who eat meat or animal products. Yes, there is choice behind a lot of things. Technically we can choose many different things, but circumstantially there are things in life that happen and people do what they feel is the best they can for the particular situations they are in. I think it is a stretch, a reach, if you will, to call people pussies or say that they all deserve to die just because they haven't changed or been able to change that lifestyle yet. Painting people with a broad brush or general sweeping generalizations, making sweeping generalizations about people, doesn't solve anything. All it does is alienate people.